because you're from Colombia, and I don't see a lot of not I at least not in our batch or in our university through our courses which we know. I didn't see a lot of Colombian people. So how did you manage to like find groups, keep yourself engaged in the activities?
Well, yeah, that was definitely a bit challenging from the start, but I managed. I think there was only one Colombian guy in the master's.
The main topic which I want to highlight today was like how to make friends, because making a friend growing up is very easy because you're going to the same college, same school, and maybe after like you are living in the neighborhood and you don't literally have any responsibilities when you're a kid, so you can just hang around friends and do everything. But it really becomes very difficult when you're growing up. Though you have responsibilities, you need to do your assignments or job or part-time whatever, as well as make friends, as well as you're not in the town where you grew up, so no one knows you. So how did you manage that?
Well, since I came here solo, like no family or partner or anything, I was forced, right, to just put myself out there and try to meet people.
How do you find Alvin in general? Like
people will be working crazy hours, 12-hour shifts, Monday to Saturday shift, and you go around the places and you'll find places open and working since 5 a.m. to 10 or 12 or many 24/7 business. So here is like,
welcome on the podcast.
thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here. It's my first podcast.
First of all, thank you so much for providing all the the background and having me so that I can shoot. Right now I don't have any studio, but hopefully soon I will have one.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So today I was thinking to, first we'll start with an introduction about you, and maybe if you want to touch on the point how we met, you can start that, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah. I don't remember how.
It's fine. You can start with
no, it's fine.
Yeah.
I know we met on the masters, but I can't recall the first time we met.
I think we met for the hackathon.
What's that?
There was a hackathon.
Yeah. There was a datathon first.
Yeah, there was a datathon. We got selected for the hackathon in France. Then we signed up for the datathon just to practice.
Yeah, that's true.
And then that's how we started.
Yeah.
But anyway, start with your introduction.
Okay, so, well, my name is Kenny. I have a background in electronic engineering. I'm 30 years old, if that's relevant. And
okay, very relevant.
I did my master's with you in business analytics. And yeah, most of my professional experience has been focused on technical support and as a support coordinator of teams and so on.
That's nice.
Yeah.
How do you find Ireland in general?
Oh, I'm very happy here.
Are you?
Yeah. I know people complain a little bit about Ireland when it comes to the weather and stuff, but I just...
Yeah, but in summer it gets really cool. Like in the winters it's bad, it rains a lot, but then it's something like you look up to for the summers.
Yeah.
You're like, I have summers and I'm gonna enjoy. Yeah. So that's fine.
I come from a place where you don't have seasons, so for me the seasons is a new thing. And I just, like you say, just look forward to it.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the temperature, all the rainy days, all of things, I just think it's like the price you pay for all the green, the place it is. Like it's so green and nice. Yeah. So yeah.
You're from Bogota.
Yeah, I'm not actually. No, I am from Colombia, but I just used to live in the countryside, so I'm from a town in the north, in the other end of the Atlantic.
Like county.
So, yeah.
Okay, fair.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Pune, so it's like west part of India. So like, have you heard of Mumbai?
Yeah.
So it's it's basically Dublin and Galway, 3 hours distance by road. It's the same. Okay. But it depends on the traffic. If you have traffic, it will be, I don't know, 6-7 hours. We have crazy traffic.
The same in the capital.
But like I have seen you through the course, and for me, to be honest, I'm not gonna be stereotype or whatever here. I'm not gonna go for that. But what I've noticed is we have mostly our course was 80%. Most of them were from India. So so for someone like me, it is easy to blend in because you have communities and everything.
Yeah.
Was it like because you're from Colombia and I don't see a lot of not I at least not in our batch or in our university through
Yeah.
our courses which we know. I didn't see a lot of Colombian people. So how did you manage to, like find groups, keep yourself engaged in the activities?
Well, yeah, that was definitely a bit challenging from the start, but I managed. I think there was only one Colombian guy in the masters,
Okay.
and other nationalities as well. But I think most of the guys in the masters were very friendly and very approachable.
Mm.
So it wasn't difficult either. It was just different because culturally, for example, at times I would initially have like the reflex of when I met people of hugging them or getting
Yeah.
close to them, and I was faced with rejection because obviously you're not used to that.
Mm.
So that was a bit of the cultural shock, and it happened a few times until I was like, okay, you don't hug people here, you don't kiss people on the cheek, because in Colombia you just do like a little
Yeah.
peek on the cheek, not here. So I was like, I quickly understood that. And after I noticed that, I was just like easier, just yeah, engaging
Just
with
hi.
people. Yeah, just hi or hi from here, and then okay. And yeah, and I think I was lucky that I found surrounded myself with people that were very friendly and very, even though they behave differently, they move differently in a way, they were very open with me and very
Yeah.
warming and welcoming. So yeah,
Nice. That's cool.
yeah,
I
wasn't
actually
bad.
saw a reel recently. I don't know if I shared it with you, the same hugging thing.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
said
so.
so. It was like the same. There was a Latina girl, and she moves to US
Mhm.
at some point. I don't know, and so she creates like the difference. So she says hi, and she like goes for hugging, and the guy is like I. I'm like, okay, this is so Kenny. She would have faced
Yeah,
this here.
yeah. I definitely do. This made me feel a bit like just awkward.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, you get it over it quickly.
Mm. In general, I'm like a hug person. So
Really,
whenever we meet, you just hug, and it's really good because
yeah,
I don't know, that bond is really cool.
definitely.
But yeah, it depends. Some people are not, especially with few Irish people. I was like, yeah, they're not, and then few of them are really good. Like they will just do a shake hand and then like do a
Yeah.
bro thing. It's cool. It's cool though.
Yeah.
But like the main topic which I want to highlight today was like how to make friends, because making a friend growing up is very easy because you're going to the same college, same school, and maybe after like you are living in the neighborhood and you don't literally have any responsibilities when you're a kid, so you can
Yeah.
just hang around friends and do everything. But it really becomes very difficult when you're growing up. Do you have responsibilities, you need to do your assignments or job or part-time whatever, as well as make friends, as well as you're not in the town where you grew up, so
Yeah.
no one knows you. So how did you manage that?
Well, since I came here solo, like no family or partner or anything, I was forced, right, to just
Mm.
put myself out there and try to meet people. So, as you said, when you're a kid, and equally when you're like doing something particular, like the masters or a job, you're kind of forced by the circumstances to be surrounded a certain amount of people, and it's a part of your routine. So, being in the masters already set you up for sharing some time with people, and it creates an opportunity
Mm.
from there. I am When it comes to studying, I really like engaging with people and like
Right.
doing group projects and stuff, because otherwise on my own I sometimes get distracted or so on, and I like the debating ideas and all of this. So that was my first kind of approach. Obviously in the masters it was easy, I was seeing people now and
Okay.
then.
Yeah.
So I try to identify the people that I could get along with. Like you see that you maybe have things in common, or you just, I don't know, they're smiley with you. Like it's easy to hang out
Yeah.
with. And then that was one pool of friends. Then also, since I moved to new country and stuff, I tried to create other opportunities to meet friends, like different sources, kind of. So I engage with cultural groups. So I cultural groups, not like sports.
Okay.
So I signed up for learning something new. I signed up for windsurfing. So I joined the windsurfing club in the
Nice.
university, in one of these
Yeah.
programs. didn't know anybody. I had never done windsurfing. I was just like, here, this is something I've never done. I'll do it. And through that, I met good friends, and actually, two of my closest friends now are from that group.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I also joined other activities. I allowed myself to try a few things. I remember I joined, how do you call this? Equitación.
What's that?
Horse riding. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So, yeah.
Didn't knew that.
Yeah, I did that with the university.
Okay. That's cool.
I did a few lessons of that, and just, try something new as well, and like see the people. Every hobby or every sport or something that you like try new or something, you'll see the group of people have like a fixed lifestyle or something. You'll identify characteristics on that, and you'll see how good you match with that, and based on that you do your decision making. So in my case, with the people from horse riding, I didn't vibe too much. They were, I don't know, they had other interests. The other interest that we shared, the only one was that. But even for that, because I was new, I wasn't too passionate about it.
Yeah, you just wanted to try.
Yeah. And they were more engaged in like going actually out for races and stuff like that. So even though I've been in races and I can appreciate it, it's not something I would engage of. So I allowed myself to try it. I discarded that group after 4 sessions. Yeah. Move on to the next.
It's more of a like trial and error. Yes. I would say. Yeah. You hang out with a bunch of friends and then you think, okay, that's not my vibe. Then you change and then eventually you find your vibe. It's like vibe, my vibe, my tribe, something like that.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, my vibe, my tribe.
Yeah, and then you excel. So would you consider yourself on, obviously I don't see you introvert at any point. But yeah, I think I answered you the question which I was gonna ask you, like, are you introvert or extrovert? But anyways, and I see you like you go for multiple activities and everything. So you have been hanging out a lot. Yeah. That's really cool. For someone who I feel I am not that extrovert. And at some point I was like after a master's, we didn't really had projects or anything where you can hang out with people. Everyone was busy with jobs and part-time and everything. At that point I was like, now like how should you go and find friends? Even my the current housemates whom I was close with, they were moving to the new town. I was like, okay, let's do something. And then Girish recommended me this app called Meetup, where every new event is being posted and you can randomly sign up and go go there, show up, and you just make friends. I was like, okay, that's cool. And I started with board games, and touchwood, I have a really good company over there with the board game people. And then I met the board game people that then they one of the guy told me like, oh, there's deep conversations as well. Like those were really deep conversations about death and everything. Oh, that was really cool until the start, and then after a while, I don't know what happened, but it started to decline, or maybe I couldn't relate myself, so I stopped going for the deep conversations, and I still continued with the board games, and then I met in the board game itself. I met a friend, Daniel, and he was like same as me, and he was also more like he wanted to start a business and all that. I was like, dude, you're my wife. We hanged around, and then even now he moved away. But so it's like you meet someone. If you like the group, it's fine. It's like have an open surface. What I follow is have as much as like put yourself out there, increase the surface area. Whatever sticks. Something like that. That's what I'm trying to do with the YouTube channel as well. Like I'm creating content on whatever I feel, whatever is the expertise and all that, and whatever goes viral goes viral. Don't think about it. So yeah,
it's true. Like I just try to try different hobbies, try something new as well, because putting yourself in uncomfortable places sometimes leads to good things. So I signed up for this, signed up for the hackathon. That's where we met. Like I didn't feel confident like, oh, I'm good enough to go to a hackathon. I was just like, let's try. And then I signed up I started taking dancing lessons, and I started doing other things. And from every hobby or every activity that I did, I have some connections. So from that and from some of those, I have been able to make some friendships. So yeah, just like you said, increasing the surface area of like pools of people that you go and meet, that will definitely lead
Exactly.
to.
And you never know, like it's not being selfish or what, but you never know, you that can bring up new opportunities as well.
Yeah, definitely.
You'll never know. No, sorry. Um, because when I was going for this board game thing, I remember there was a guy who was the CTO of a company,
Oh.
and he was like, "You can give the interview with us for the coding thing," and it's like I wasn't expecting. I was there for the board games,
Yeah,
and
not for an
this is what
interview.
happened. Yeah, I was like referred into an interview by a CTO.
That's great.
Like that is so crazy. So that's why I emphasize on making friends and all that. What do you feel about traveling solo?
Um, I can enjoy it. Like it's nice. I like the just the freedom of going out my own rhythm and just doing things and
Hmm.
being free, like not having to worry about a schedule or anything. Like, I'm very spontaneous when it comes to traveling.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I find myself comfortable with it, but I don't do it often anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. Because if you're traveling, you need someone whom you can enjoy with, right?
Yeah,
I
definitely.
like I don't know. It's good that you should travel solo, but I don't know. I don't believe in that.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, yeah, you can travel solo, but it's fun if you're hanging around with friends and you're going with them.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but I think it all depends. Like even if you travel solo,
Hmm.
depending on where you stay, many hostels and hotels have like
Yeah, they have a group and
groups
all
and
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
So even if you travel solo to a place, you'll still be hanging around with people if that's what you're going for,
Hmm.
and you still have the time on the day
Yeah.
to.
Ah, that's fair enough, actually.
You don't believe in solo traveling?
I don't. Well,
That sounds
okay.
funny.
I think I should put that in a different way. So I went to Manchester to meet a friend of
Mhm.
mine, a very close friend of mine, Sumit and Ritik. So I went there. I had these two friends I knew already, and I met them. But they introduced to their group, and then I was hanging around with them, and it was fun. So that trip like made me realize like I am not the introvert guy. I am actually on the extrovert side. Even if someone is intro, like say someone is introvert or extrovert, I think it's more subjective. If you ask me when I'm not in the mood to talk to anyone, or after a huge podcast, or like where I'm continuously talking and
Yeah,
like it drains some energy out of you, and then you'll be like, nah, I'm not really, I don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
talk like that. But if you are indoors for a long time, and then you have been invited for a cricket, like I play cricket, so if you have been invited for a cricket game or something like that, you go there, make friends, and that's extrovert. So I think those two terms are more subjective rather than personality wise.
Yeah, maybe. Or I don't know. I think it's all about balance because
Yeah.
I do definitely know people that are introverted, like full time introverted. Maybe I'm a part time
So
introverted, right? Part time
okay,
job.
okay, 9 to 5, 5 to 9.
Yeah, not my 9 to 5. My
Yeah.
9 to 5, I'm an extrovert, but sometimes I do feel the need to just isolate myself and
Mm,
just be quiet.
mm,
So I think some I don't know. Like some people can keep the balance, like you and me, and some people just literally sign up for it. Like
yeah.
that, this
Full
is it.
time.
I will be a full time introvert, and I will just live a quiet and solo life forever and ever.
Yeah, that's the pros and cons for both.
Yeah,
Because when I go on the extrovert side, like too much social, then you don't get time to focus on like work.
yeah, that's true.
And when you're introvert, you're too into the work, then you don't feel like going out. So it's really about the balance.
Yeah,
How do you find Ireland in general? Like, uh,
in terms of what lifestyle or
yeah, lifestyle, work life.
well, I think in terms of lifestyle, I like it in the way that people here seem relaxed.
Yeah.
They just and I'll compare this with my country. So Colombia, for example, people will be working crazy hours, 12-hour
Hmm.
shifts. Monday to Saturday shift, and you go around the places and you'll find places open and working since 5 a.m. to 10 or 12 or many 24/7 business. So here is like everybody has the right to rest.
Yeah.
You go out on a weekend, and if you're an early bird and you are outside before 9 a.m., you will be faced with closed doors because nobody is up like open for business before 9 a.m. in Ireland. So you'll see that even in businesses that you would expect that they should be open for some reason, they're like, no, we're having our breaks. We'll be open from this time to this time. Or you will have even shops that only work by appointment. So like for me, that was a bit of cultural shock, but I do appreciate that because now I find like it's just nice that everyone gets the opportunity to have rest time. Like in general, I just see a better, in comparison with Colombia, a better work-life balance. It's a big highlight.
Yeah, it was a shock because even the grocery shop, which you expect should be there, if you need something in the evening, it's not, it's closed.
Yeah.
So you have to be very mindful of what you're buying, and you need to really be mindful of the time, the closing time.
Be organized. Like in the neighborhood where I used to live in Colombia, you'll have a shop. They will be open since like 6 a.m. until like 10 p.m. So that's a 14-hour shift. Obviously, you'll have two people taking turns or whatever. But yeah, like that's a big difference. Well, here it's like maybe from 9 a.m. to 5. Like if you go after 5, everything's closed. So for me, that's like, so what do I do?
So what do you do?
Yeah, but yeah, that's nice. The work-life balance here. And other than that, I just think the place is like quiet, peaceful, safe. It's a nice place to live, Ireland, and people are friendly and respectful. So I think I would encourage anybody who's thinking of Ireland as an option to definitely go for it. I feel like it's a nice place to pick.
Yeah, it's only the weather which might get bad sometimes. But other than that, if you're waiting for the summers, then it's like worth waiting, something like that. Then you appreciate the summers more.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And the good thing is, against other countries in Europe and Asia, like the temperature is not too extreme.
It's 50 degrees.
It's never too cold and never too warm. It's just nice
balance.
Nice spot. And people say there's no such a thing like bad weather. It's just improper clothes. You just have to use the proper clothes for whatever weather.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's true. Like as long as you have, like, it rains a lot here. As long as you are prepared for the rain, you'll be grand.
Okay, now you're speaking. I like you'll be grand.
I know.
Yeah, come on. What Irish slangs do I know? Lads.
Lads? Oh yeah.
They even call lads to everyone. It's not gender.
Yeah.
I used to think it's gender. Like if it's a guy, it's lads.
Oh. I would say lads for ladies, no? Lads.
No, not ladies, lads. No, like that.
I will have matched it in my head with ladies.
At least for me, it was lads is more boys. Yeah, lads like boys, group of boys, lads. But here it's common. Like you can call anyone a lad. What's up? Like
they also use the other fellas.
Fellas, yeah.
Yeah.
The best is, it may sound rude. If you're new here, is bye. Okay, bye now, bye. Okay, bye now. Yeah, okay. I'm going. Okay,
I understood.
Bye, I understood that. But when you're here, it's more it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just bye.
You just made me remember something that I also noticed from the start. I don't know if it's my background in terms of culture or family, but when I'm talking, I tend to sometimes get excited and sometimes to interrupt people when they're talking. I think in Colombia, or maybe in my group of people that I was raised, I just not seen as rude necessarily. Like if you're engaging in a conversation with somebody,
cut someone,
and you like start doing this that you just did, it's like I wouldn't take it bad, because in a way you're like adding up to my idea or showing excitement and engagement in the conversation. So we're like, oh this, that. So in here it happened to me like 2 or 3 times, and I received the dirtiest looks ever. People were like, just if eyes could kill. I would be the asshole. Because I think for Irish people that was very disrespectful.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's another cultural difference that I noticed.
But yeah, for me, I think it's normal because even I think if you're speaking and someone keeps interrupting, if you're well, actually, if you're adding inputs, say you were explaining something and I was like, oh yeah, like that, or maybe you're not able to like point out a word or something, and I just put the word.
Complete the idea.
Yeah, then it's fine. But if I'm explaining something and I'm talking about some experience or something, and then you'll be like, oh, you know what? This happened to me as well. That I think
that's different. That's
is
different.
yeah, that's like okay, then talk about you, like something.
No. I don't mean it that way. Obviously, for us, there's a limit. Well, there's a limit in which it. But what I meant is this approach that I have to like finish your idea or complete your words, or like that's how I show engagement. So I have to tone that down because it was seen as rude.
Yeah, we are now blended into Irish
Culture.
to some extent. Every morning, the most shocking was every morning when you hop on a call, it's like, hiya, how are you? And you, and you, and you. I'm good, thanks.
It feels very robotic after some time, yeah.
But it's really nice that people are genuinely interested in you, asking about how was your weekend. No one really bothered. How was my weekend? What like why would you why would you be interested in knowing how was my weekend? But they are genuinely interested, so that's really cool.
Are they gossipy, or are they just genuinely friendly?
I would say that's a nice question, but I think they're genuinely friendly. Because I have few colleagues and they have become so good friend of mine. I have two of them, Richie and Ryan, and they are really good. So it's like hanging out with lads. Come on, like even now I don't say hanging out with boys or something. It's always lads.
With the lads.
Hey lads, and how are ye? They say E. How are you? Not you. Like E. How are ye?
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
So you moved from obviously your country, and I did the same, and then you come to Ireland. So what is one or maybe multiple takeaways that will stay with you forever?
From this experience, you mean if from I had this to go experience? Back, or like?
Yeah, if let's say you have to leave Ireland, or if you go back, meet your parents, and they say, "Oh, this thing has changed since you have moved to Ireland," something like that. What are the takeaways which are into you now?
Okay, I'm definitely more discreet. No, I was worse. No, I will say I am. God, it's just I feel like this is a less fast-paced version of me. I've reached some level of like calmness and quietness, and I think in general I'm more.
Yeah, so you have switched from chop Kenny to.
I've softened a little bit. So I feel like if I meet my family again, they will notice that difference. I am more quiet now. I'm more tranquil. I'm more Probably for them, I will look as less of an extrovert as I used to, or like this idea that they had of me. You get to know a lot about yourself when you're solo as well. Like living solo allowed me to understand that I'm not that much of a drink person. I used to drink more when I was surrounded with my family. I'm not that much into coffee. I used to have coffee 7 times a day when I was in Colombia. Now here,
just to know, we are drinking
tea, like coffee. So now I drink tea. That you will never do this in Colombia. It's so weird. Only in like funerals, you drink tea. Other than that,
no one died today. Hopefully.
But yeah, I think mostly that. I feel like I'm less fast paced. That's my main takeaway so far. What about you?
For me, it's not maybe just because I'm here and people made me think, but because you're solo and you're away from home, I feel that when I was there, I would have spent quality time with the family instead of just work, business, and all that. And so I'm like, I should have spent more quality time, or even when I go back, I try to do that. So it's more like how important family is. I think I learned that living abroad, like living away. That would be the takeaway. That yeah, you should respect your family and.
If you live with them all the time, you kind of take them for granted. But it is a luxury to have people in your life that care about you. So yeah.
Especially when you're abroad, it's difficult to have people who will care for you genuinely.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I actually there was an incident. I came here and we were looking for the accommodation because of the housing crisis. We were just randomly waiting on a bus stop, and there was this old lady, and she was waiting for the bus as well. And she asked us, "Where are you lads from?" We were like, "We are from India and just looking for accommodation." She was like, "Oh, like if you go down this place, you can ask around there if they have accommodation." And I was like, "Oh, nice." Like they don't feel what I feel. Like what I'm trying to say is, the people here are so friendly, and they will make you realize, oh, it's never about like not knowing the person. It's fine if you don't know, or if there's there's no profit out of that conversation to you, but you still help, and in some way it will come around to you, something like that. So you help someone, and then you might get some help from randomly, like manifestation.
Definitely. I think most of the time, maybe 90% of the time, you don't get back things where you put, like, we have a saying for this in Colombia. It's something about, I don't know how to translate it exactly, but it says something like you plant a seed here and you will pick flowers from a different field. We have that saying. So you have to live your life in the way that you do nice things for people, whoever they are, without expecting nothing in rewards. And you know that the universe or God or whatever high force will send that back to you that you have put in somewhere else. Yeah.
I don't remember any saying as such, but there's one thing which is what goes around comes around. I was a part of a group where they used to, that was the motto of the group, like what goes around comes around, and it was business group. So you have to help each other in the business, and if you help them, they'll help you back. Something like that. Not they will help you, maybe someone else from the group, but it will always be something. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
That's nice.
So
was that in India?
Yeah, that was in India. Sometimes it's better to not be self-centered and just be helpful. Yeah. But it's harmful as well.
It's harmful.
Someone might just take advantage of that. Like, oh yeah, this guy is helpful, so just ask him everything.
Yeah, you'll always find that type of people. But
at least not here. It's good.
Yeah, I guess it all depends if you're good to also set boundaries. Because it goes back to the same idea, right? Of like building relationships and building friendships. And obviously in this dynamic, when you're trying to build relationships around you, you'll be generous on giving time, giving energy, giving effort into people. And some people that you will walk into will have that tendency of maybe they are good takers, but they're not good givers.
Yeah.
So it's then up to you to be able to establish some boundaries and just put whatever distance you need to. I've been in situations where I've had to do that. And it's a nice exercise, especially for someone who doesn't like to do that, to confront or something. It's a great exercise.
Oh, you can do it really well.
Cheers.
I can. So what's going on, Kenny, right now?
Oh my god.
Future plans.
Future plans.
Like, okay, we are shooting it almost in June, so it's halfway through the year. So maybe if you want to touch on that, you had some resolutions and they're somewhere down, I don't know where.
Oh no, I didn't actually. This year I was like, I won't do any resolution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to do this every
When you were a
year
kid.
until like maybe 3 years ago, probably since I moved here. Because then, like, yeah, like the years before coming here, I was like having these steps, 12 things that I'll go to, and da, da, da. Then I came here and I'm like, I'll take some time off things and off everything.
No
So this
goals.
year, that doesn't mean not having goals. It's just not having the rule of the 12 resolutions. It's like it was a thing.
What? I don't know what's that.
No,
12
okay.
rule of 12 resolutions. What's that?
Oh, okay. So that's how we talk about resolutions in Colombia. Like when it comes, the 31st of December at 12 o'clock, you eat 12 grapes and you have 12 resolutions.
So you need to have 12
Yeah.
goals, or I mean 12 resolutions for each month, or it's fine.
It's 12 resolutions in general. It can be, for example, this year I'll go to the gym. That can be one resolution. I'll stick to the gym for the 12 months. Or other resolution can be I'll read one book a month, or I'll learn a new hobby. I'll change jobs. So you are meant to do exactly 12. And then we have a lot of ceremonies for this. We Colombian people, we're not. So we like, have them on paper, eat the 12 grapes, ask for like all these things, and then you stick to it. So this year I didn't do any of that. So that doesn't mean I don't have goals. Of course I have goals. I have like my goals in the long term are like having twice the salary that I have now. That for that I have a goal of like 2 or 3 years. Achieving a nicer lifestyle, which comes very tight with the last one. So yeah, elevating my lifestyle here. The other goal is to potentially, because I've liked Ireland, I've already given myself 2 years to be here and actually experience around. I've decided that I'm happy here. So I will now pursue staying in Ireland. So that's one goal as well, like trying to get my stamp 4G and being able to stay here and then just travel back and forth and see my family. Maybe have them here over. I would love to have them here visiting me. And other goals that I have are just traveling around Europe, which is another motivation to stay here.
Yes.
So even that I've done a bit of that this year, which we traveled together to Liverpool. That was so much fun.
That was so cool. That was so fun.
It was so much fun. And then I'm doing another couple trips this year. I'm going to Poland, and then I'm going to Spain. Okay. And then I'll go to Colombia. So at least this year, I won't do much traveling. I'm trying to be sensible, but I'll still allow myself a few. Low fares, Ryanair kind of thing. But yeah.
But just make sure they have the back policy. If it fits, it flies. If it's not, it stays.
Definitely. But yeah, those are my goals. So yeah, and it's not that, and other things that I will before have like resolutions on the paper, like looking after myself and all of these things. I don't look at them as resolutions anymore, but more of like something that has to be there permanently.
Yeah, it can't be a resolution. It should be a life habit.
Exactly, like part of your lifestyle.
Yeah.
I used to maybe include the gym on that, or I don't know, improving my health. Diet. Like my health. Like your whatever you're feeding yourself with.
Food, diet.
Yeah, like you improve your diet.
Yeah,
diet, so all of those things I have integrated some of them now, and they're no longer resolutions to have. They're just like something I already do.
Yeah, don't want to be like the yearly goal. It should be into your whole life.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's nice.
So that's it. I don't think I set myself any deadlines in particular for this year. The only one that I have in mind is like trying to push for the visa. Yeah. But that is not depending on me. It depends on other people.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And what about you? Did you actually have resolutions? How many do you have?
Well, come on, not 12. Definitely not 12. I just had one thing going on that this year I'll be posting a video every single week. One video every single week, because I wanted to start a YouTube channel since 2018 and it's 24, so it's like, but I've taken a lot of time. So this time I was like, okay, I have to start a YouTube channel and post regularly and see how it goes. Just see for a year how it goes. If I'm loving it, so far I'm enjoying the process, and it's it has opened up so many opportunities in terms of friends, in terms of uh, actual opportunities in career wise. So I'm like, okay, let's keep doing it and see how it goes. So that was just one resolution. And in terms of gym and diet, everything, I'm anyways conscious about it, and I want to be on the healthier side. So I have optimized all that already. That okay,
Yeah.
gym or sports every single week, at least go for like two sports, play cricket, frisbee, or anything, either of those, and focus on the diet. So everything is already optimized. So that's not
Yeah.
on the uh, resolution list. Yeah, but I think now like it's half year. One resolution I would like to add is I want to pump. I want to gain a bit
Oh, okay.
now. So maybe that could, it's not resolution, but it's like a goal which I want to achieve. So maybe hopefully by December I'll have some weight put on. So if you see that like fluffy chicks or something like that, yeah, that goal has been
Okay.
achieved.
I think by Christmas especially you'll get there.
Yeah, yeah. I'm starting next month, hopefully, or once I'm done with traveling and everything, because I had so many plans like Manchester, London, then Liverpool, again going to India for some work, and then again back to India with parents
Oh,
to meet
nice.
parents. So it's like so much travel. I was like, okay, neat. So after the trip, I'm gonna go to the gym regularly. Sports will be there, but the sports physical activity will be reduced down because that takes a lot of efforts and
Yeah,
it won't really help me in gaining.
that's true.
Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
anyways,
always
that's it.
nice resolutions. And yeah, like with the YouTube channel, you're killing it.
Yeah,
It's nice to see your content improving every time, and like the type of content you're
it
making. I'm
it
loving
has
it.
given so much confidence, actually, to be honest. And I would recommend everyone, not don't start a YouTube channel, but at least when you're talking, or if you want to send someone a message or something. Actually, there's a friend of mine who does that. He sends a video note, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So this, I mean, but the whole change, if you're seeing me from like in the start of the year during our masters and now, if you notice any
Oh
change,
yeah, definitely.
yeah, so that's I think that's all because of the channel.
Yeah, it's good.
So yeah, that's what it grows, millions of followers, and yeah, let's see. That's a goal anyways. So yeah, thanks Kenny for having this tea conversations.
That's been nice. It's just a chat with friends, and now it's a podcast. So
Yeah, it was yeah, the main agenda for this one was how one can navigate to make friends, because moving abroad, it's the hardest thing, and
okay.
I felt it very difficult. But then the one advice would be just go for it, and don't
Definitely.
don't don't be closed to, I don't have a closed, it's like be open to everything.
Yeah.
If you have any, don't say no, actually.
Yeah.
People usually say like learn to say no, but if you're looking to find your OG group or original group or the lads, basically, be open.
Learn to say yes.
Yeah, learn to say yes to
Yeah.
everything. And you are mature enough at this stage in your 20s, in your late
Yeah.
20s, 30s, that you know what to say no to and what to say yes to. So just keep saying no. Sorry.
Yes.
My bad. Keep saying yes. Yeah. Keep saying yes. I'm gonna recite it and write it 10 times. Keep saying yes,
Yeah.
and you know where you have to say no. So
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
Yeah. That's true.
Hmm.
Thank you so much for
Thank
today.
you.
It's been nice.
Yeah.